All right. Hello and welcome to JMC's Intro to Foster Care, where you will learn a little bit about what we do, what we stand for, the need for foster parents, and any questions you would like answered. Welcome to anybody who has joined in, who is in the chat. We would love for everyone who has joined or who is going to join to type in the chat and say hello, so we can know you are in here. And yeah, we can give everybody a little bit of time to join in, a couple minutes or so we can hear how everybody's day is going and just chop it up for a little bit. I don't know who just joined in, but welcome in to JMC's Intro to Foster Care. Live chat, live talk, whatever you want to call it. That is what we're doing. We're talking a little bit about foster care and learning a little bit about what we do here at JMC, what we stand for, and the need for foster parents, and any questions that you guys may have for us regarding fostering. Because I know it can be a little tricky, and it can, you hear things, you hear different things, and you don't know what's true, you don't know what's not true, and that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about these things. We're here to educate people. So, on what we do and the need for foster care. So, it's almost been about 2 minutes, so we can get started. Okay, so like I said, we're learning a little bit about what we do, what we stand for, and the need for foster parents, and any questions that you would like answered. How you doing, Trelane Davis? Welcome to the chat. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. I hope you're having a blessed day. Josh, welcome in. Excited to hear from you too as well. Great to see you. All right, so hey Tiana, how are you doing? I hope everything's well. Hope everything's going good. So who are we? We can get started. JMC is an organization that focuses primarily on supporting children primarily within the foster care system. We believe that every child will experience an authentic, reliable, and supportive community. And we, as a whole, the whole JMC staff and the whole JMC village believes there are no bad kids. There are only kids put in bad situations. So there's a huge problem within the foster care system. Really, 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 really big problem. There's an overhaul of unlimited amount of kids. It seems like new kids are being put into the foster care system every single day. And on the contrary, there's a very limited number of trusted adults, who are willing to become parents and take these kids into their households. And that's one of the biggest problems, within foster care. There's all these kids, but, there's a limited amount of parents or a limited amount of people who are willing to become foster parents, or maybe just don't know how to get started, or, maybe on the fence about it. They hear good things, they hear bad things, they don't really know, what to do. So that's why we're here. So we believe at JMC that, we are a village for children in need. So whether that's in foster care, whether that's in, just in general, we are a village, and we help the community and we help the children that are in need within the community. So you're probably wondering what that means, or how we execute that. So number one, we find trusted adults who will provide a safe and stable home for these children. Number two, we assure that children have their mental, emotional, and developmental needs met. Number three, we continuously engage with caregivers as they care for our children. Number four, we make connections in our communities to those who share our values and passion. And we will help, well, number 5, we will help you find a role in our village so you can make a positive impact on our children and just our community in general. So once again, thank you everybody for joining in. And feel free to type in the chat, say hi. Now, so what do we do or not what do we do? What are the steps to becoming a foster parent? So number 1, you can get in contact with us through our many different platforms. So i.e. Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, we're on Facebook right now. So this is a great chance and a great way for you to, to reach out via the comment section or via direct message or whatever the case may be. We also have Instagram. We also have our website, jmckids.com. We also have, you can also reach out via phone. We can also reach out via email. And you can also reach out, in person. And we'll talk more about, the phone number and the email and all that good stuff. So number 2, you will be directed to myself to answer any quick questions you may have, figure out how many or how you want to approach this. What's your plan? What are your thoughts about it? What have you heard? Maybe what scares you, what excites you, those type of things. And once we talk about that and we figure out a plan for you, then we'll get you to come out for an orientation to learn more about, becoming a foster parent and the process. And then number 3, after you've gone through the orientation, you'll need to fill out a background check and also fill out a pre-application form. And then from there, we can start the licensing process to get you to become a foster parent. All right, so now I'm going to open it up for any questions that anyone may have. There's no wrong question, and just like there's no wrong answers. So any question that you may have, anything that you may heard, we're all honest here. We're all going to, comply and be honest. So, any question you have, please feel free to ask. And if you don't have any questions, that's okay. We're definitely not forcing you to ask anything. We also have a list of frequently asked questions that we can go through as well. If nobody has any questions or is kind of stuck and doesn't really know what to say, we could definitely go through those as well. So I'll give it, maybe 30 seconds or a minute or so to see if anybody has any questions that they want to type in the chat. And then if not, we can go from there. Welcome to everybody who just joined in. I see more people are popping their heads into the live. Welcome in. Great to have you. We're just talking a little bit about foster care and what we do and what we stand for and the need for foster parents. So thank you for joining in. Go wait another 20 or so seconds to see if there's any questions. Like I said, I hope everybody's having a blessed day, having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. It's always good, when you get to work and you get to help out the community. Both of those things together are wonderful. And I love what I do. I love giving back to the community and helping out people in need. That's really what it's all about. All right, so we can get started with some frequently asked questions. So starting number 1, do foster parents get paid? So yes and no. Yes, you do get paid, but it's not going to be an independent source of income for you, but more extra income for the child. You have to have a different primary source of income other than what you get for being a foster parent. Number 2, can you make requests on what type of child is placed with you? A lot of people are kind of scared to ask this question because they may have preferences or or they may want a certain fit within their family, and that's okay. We're all human. We all want certain things to fit, and we all want to make sure things go well. So it's understandable. So don't feel afraid to ask this question, because yes, you can, and we will never push anything on you that you can't handle. And your voice and your opinion definitely matters. We'll try as hard as we can to provide you with any and everything you're looking for. So if you want a tall guy or something, we'll try to make that happen. I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but if that's what you want, then, we'll try and do everything we can to make that happen. Hey, Joanne Taylor. Great to see you. Great to have you in the chat. And welcome to our Foster Care Live. I'm pretty sure you can have a record. Just know that there will be a background check, and they'll check, whatever, that record may be, or whatever pertains to it, or how it happened, or whatever the case may be. So, just keep that in mind, but I'm pretty sure you can. So that is good. That is good. That is good. Like I said, we don't discriminate here at JMC. We all understand that, things happen in life, sometimes that are out of our control or in our control, and sometimes we just make the bad decision, or whatever the case may be. So we don't discriminate. People change, things happen. We understand. Next question. So how long does the licensing process take? So we say 75 days is the timeline that we would want to fit it into. But honestly, it's really up to how motivated you are. And, there's some things that are out of our control, like, paperwork and giving the paperwork to, DCYF and everything like that. Or the Department of Children and Youth, so once we get that paperwork, we have to give it to them to, get it approved and everything. So some things are out of our control, but a lot of it is in our control, and we can speed the process up as much as, as fast as you want, depending on, your own motivation towards it. And we can provide motivation if that's what you would like too. Next question. Do you have to deal with the biological parents all of the time? So this is actually a very frequently asked question. So it's yes and no. It's really up to you. So JMC is a village at the end of the day, and the ultimate goal is to unify these kids back with their families, if, we can do so. However comfortable you are with the biological family can really dictate how much interaction you may have with them. But at the end of the day, we strive to do what's best for the child. So if it's best for the child to see their family, which more times than not, we believe it is, even if it's monitored or whatever the case may be, that's what we'll do, or that's what we'll push for. So, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's really up to how comfortable you are with that biological family and what's okay with you. Another question, can a single parent foster? So yes, a single parent can foster, and you do not have to be married, or you don't have to be dating, or whatever the case may be, to become a foster parent. Is there an age limit? Yes. So you have to be age 21 or older. So, at 18, a lot of times, people are still developing and still figuring things out. So 21 is a good age. There are some, pretty mature 18-year-olds, though, I will say that. But what do I need to become a foster parent? So all you need is to be able to provide a safe and stable home, and, just come with a positive attitude. If you can do those things, provide that safe and stable home, then you qualify. You're ready to go. And the positive attitude, we all want to give back, we all love our community. So just come with that positive attitude, that could push things and make it, make it a lot better and make things happen quicker. Um, Another question, can I foster if I have other children in the house? So yes, you are more than welcome, to have other children um, in the house with the foster child. That's just something that you would have to talk about, with your own family and make sure everything fits together. And just like going back to, can you choose, quote unquote, choose what kid you want or whatever the case may be? Like I said, you can, it's really up to you and your family and your own situation. And, you can figure that out and tailor it how you feel. And then come back to us with what you like. And then, we can work something out for sure. What's the biggest issue within the foster care system? So the biggest problem, and I stated this earlier in the live, but the biggest problem is the unreal amount of children in need of a home and how little amount of willing parents there are, compared to how many kids. Joanne asks, do you prefer married couples or single people? Honestly, there's no preference. Like I said, we don't discriminate. And you can be single, you could be married, you could be, whatever you want to be. As long as you can provide a safe and stable home, then it really doesn't matter if you're single or married. All right. Another question people typically ask is, how long are children in foster care? So honestly, children can be in foster care from, the time they're born and taken out of the hospital all the way up until they're 18 years of age. Even in some instances, a little bit after they're 18, if that's what they choose. So children can be in foster care for a very, very long time. And I'm pretty sure there are some instances where kids have been in foster care for, that 10 plus year range. And, they haven't been in a safe and stable home for all those years. And, that's what we try to, deviate from that and provide these homes that are safe and stable for these kids so they don't have to, be jumping from place to place to place for these long, extensive periods of their lives. Another question, so do these kids have insurance? So yes, the kids will come with, their own state medical insurance, which will cover medical, dental, and pharmaceutical needs. So for the most part, you don't have to come out of pocket, which is really good. And the last frequently asked questions that we have are, Joanne said something. She said, were you in foster care? No, I was not in foster care, but I have been working with foster kids for the past 2 years. And, I've been really inspired and really touched by a lot of these kids, honestly. And I really love what I do, and I really love interacting with these kids. And in a lot of ways, and working with these kids, you'll see that like these kids are not bad people, and they're not any different from any regular kid. They're just in a situation, that they don't have any control over a lot of the time, more times than not, to be honest. So, these kids are good kids. They just need, love. They need a village. They need safe and stable homes to, become who they're destined to become. And, that could be one of you here today. And, like they always say, it takes a village. It really does. And that's what we try to push. James C is in a village, and we all have to play a part. So the last question is, how do I get started? So you can start by getting in contact with myself or anyone else on our team through our JMC website, social media pages, as well as, email, phone, and then we can get you started on coming in for an orientation. All right, so, to wrap things up, we appreciate everyone who has tuned into our live and hope that you are all a little more familiar with foster care and, the problem that it presents in our community. And let me ask if there are any more questions. Feel free to go ahead and add them in. I think we could have like another minute or so for questions, maybe 30 seconds. If you have another question or anything, we can get that answered. So I'll give it about 30 seconds. I guess I'll give you a little story about my experiences, some of my experiences in foster care. There was a kid, I'm not going to disclose his name, but there was a kid who was a very loving kid. You could tell that he just really, just really was seeking love and was seeking, just having a family and having a village of people. And he would get really frustrated. He would want to, he may like have these outbursts or whatever the case may be. So us working at JMC, we came up with a plan for him to, with JMC and we came up with a plan that once when he gets upset, we'll bring him in, and we kind of made this little sheet for him with, like 4 to 5 questions, just asking him, what made him upset, what could he have done to avoid the situation, and just like write down some things that that are positive about yourself, and write down some things that you would like to do, within the next couple of days. And whenever he would get riled up, we would give him that sheet, and it would calm him down instantly, and he would be good, for the rest of the day. And he wouldn't, and throughout the time, he would stop having these outbursts. So it's just little things like that we do here at JMC. And one of the things that made me fall in love with doing this, and giving back to the community, especially the foster care community. So I see that we don't have any more questions. Like I said, I hope you're a little more familiar with foster care and the problem that it presents. If anything, that we spoke about aligns with your own values, we would love to connect with you and get involved. This is good. Thanks. Joanne said, thanks for the information. She just got her resume printed in and she would like to talk later. That is great. Yes, we can definitely talk later. And like I said, you can DM the Facebook page with your contact information. And I can definitely reach out to you. Also, you can contact us by email at fosters@jmckids.com, or you can contact myself at ddorsey@jmckids.com. That's ddorsey@jmckids.com. You can also check out our website at jmckids.com for more information. And yeah, we really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you, Joanne, for showing your interest in foster care. It's really great and something that's really, really needed. So I look forward to talking to you specifically, and also the rest of everybody who tuned in. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. And also look out for next Wednesday for our next talk. It's not exactly the intro to foster care, but we do have a speaker series that goes on. So yes, next Wednesday, we do have our speaker series. So look out for that too as well on social media. And I will talk to you all later, and have a blessed day.